Welcome to DisCo Talk, where we're talking all things all abilities. I'm Lana, the Development Manager at Disability Co.
And I'm ALYSSA, support worker and community content creator here. What are we talking about today, Lana? Sports. Are you a sport person?
A little bit. I like sport. Used to do a fair bit, and then COVID.
Yeah, same. Used to hit up the gym. I played a bit of sport. I played a game called floorball, and we're actually talking to someone today named Luke. He's the president of Powerchair Sports Victoria, and he plays powerchair hockey, which is like floorball. They use all the same stuff. So I'm super excited to be talking about him today. But yeah, really excited to be talking about sports, be talking about how good it is for you to stay active and for sports to be accessible.
Absolutely. I think there's so many benefits, of course, to being active and getting involved, particularly in something that is team-based, if you can. There's benefits to doing anything in general in sport, but some camaraderie that happens in a team, that you can build friendships and you have more support around you and you build your own little community. And they're all things that just bring so much benefit and quality of life to people. So why not?
100%. Now, we sponsor a sport group, don't we? A football club.
Yes, we do. So with Disability Co, we do sponsor the All Abilities Football Club down in Cranbourne. There's another club down in Druin that they verse as well. And really, it's all abilities. It's if you love footy, as a lot of people do, then it's an opportunity for people with disabilities to get involved, have a kick around, and do something that they really love.
Yeah, that's awesome. Being so community-based and stuff. And footy, we live in Australia. It's quite a big part of our culture for some people. So that's really awesome to see that opening up and see that opening up so close to us as well. That's pretty cool as well.
How did you get to meet Luke?
As I said before, I play floorball, which is a hockey that's played in Sweden. It's a little bit different to field hockey or ice hockey. It's a bit more like ice hockey, but it's played on a basketball court. And I had noticed recently that they had came down to my home ground and they were playing powerchair version of it. And I was like, whoa, I was shook no one told me about it either. So I got in contact with them and I said, awesome to see one of my favorite sports that I've been playing since I was real little become accessible for powerchair users. So that was really cool, and sent him off an email and I'm like, we need to share this. So yeah, we've got Luke on with us today. Luke, how are you going, Luke?
Yeah, great. Thank you for having me on board today. Really excited to have a chat.
Yeah, thanks so much for giving us your time today and coming on and talking to us. So tell us a bit about your club.
Yeah, so Powerchair Sports Victoria has been around for about 30 years. We provide sport and recreational activities for people that use a power chair or electric wheelchair for daily mobility. All of our sports are made as accessible and as inclusive as possible, so that anyone in a power chair can play sport. I've been playing for about 16 years myself, and it's so much fun to play. It's really changed my life, not just in a sport aspect, but from employment, relationships, everything has changed my life a lot.
Awesome. And you play two sports, is that correct? And what are them two sports that you guys offer?
Yeah, so that's right. We play powerchair football or soccer and powerchair hockey. Both sports are played on an indoor basketball court. It's 4-on-4 in powerchair football and then 5-on-5 in powerchair hockey. Both sports are played all around the world. So there's World Cups, there's national championships in Australia. So there's a lot of different pathways for all of our players to take it to the next level. But we have players that just want to play socially as well. So it's a really a good mixture of players that we have at the moment.
That's awesome. And with your club or even yourself, what's sort of the biggest kind of event you've been involved in? Have you ever had to travel somewhere, or what's sort of the biggest event you guys have ran or been involved in?
Yeah, so I think in terms of us running an event, we had an annual championship called the Pride Cup, which is sponsored by Pride Mobility. So we ran that last in 2019. It was the two biggest teams in Victoria going head to head in multiple different sports. And that was such a fantastic event to be a part of and run, because we had family and friends of all our players come down and cheer the players on, which was amazing. But in terms of, I guess, personal events that I've been involved in, I travelled to Italy in 2018 for the World Championships for powerchair hockey. So I got to represent Australia in that competition, which was, unbelievable experience for me. But we also had some other players from Victoria represent Australia in that competition as well.
That's really awesome. So, you've got that small community events, smaller, and, having that sort of community around you and all the families. That sounds really cool. And then you go all the way to Italy. So that's awesome.
I'm actually just going to throw in a bit of a curveball, but seeing as we're talking sports, you might be used to that. So what were your thoughts on the most recent Paralympics and how the progress that's happened with that?
Yeah, it was amazing. I watched a lot of the Paralympics over the last month. It's so great to see, I guess, the respect and the acknowledgement of our Paralympians at the world stage. I guess from a person with a disability myself, growing up, we didn't see a lot of disability sport on TV. And to just see that change from then until now has been amazing. Although I'm a little bit jealous because we don't have any powerchair sports at the Paralympics right now. I'm hoping one day in the future that members of our community will be able to compete on the world stage, on TV. I think that would be amazing to see in the future.
That'd be incredible. And I think, like you said, there's, in the past decades or however long, there hasn't been that much representation. And so we have come so far, but there's still so much more to go in that. Last thing, I guess, would be for anyone thinking of getting into power chair sport, or really anyone with a disability who's thinking of joining a sport in general, what would be your advice to them?
I would say just give it a go. Take that leap and just put yourself in that situation to be able to, I guess, see what the sport is all about. I think back to when I was younger, I've always been a sports mad person, but knowing that there wasn't really any opportunities out there for me to play sport, as soon as I found out about a sport that I could play, I just took that leap of faith and jumped in as soon as I could. And just from the get-go, I loved it. And I haven't stopped playing since then. But I know that a lot of people do get a bit anxious and they might be a bit nervous about meeting new people or trying a new activity that they haven't done before. I would just say give it a go and see how it goes for them.
Absolutely. I think everyone can get a bit nervous no matter what they start. And so just getting in and giving it a good crack, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Luke. We're going to link everything down below, how people can get in contact with you guys and all that sort of stuff. But thank you so much for your time today. It was really a pleasure.
No worries. Thank you for having me on.
For more information on the two clubs that we talked about today, everything will be linked down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time on DisCo Talk.